Picture this. You're standing in a village in rural Ethiopia. A family is gathered outside their home. The father reaches into his pocket and, pulls out a smartphone.
Yeah, which is a super common sight now.
Right. The kids crowd around to watch a video, and he makes a quick mobile money transaction. It's this striking picture of digital, modern progress. But just meters away, well, they don't have a decent toilet.
It is a huge paradox. I mean, you see this across emerging markets all the time. We celebrate the leapfrog technology of mobile networks, but we completely overlook the glaring infrastructure deficits right beneath our feet.
Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're looking at a fascinating industry paper titled The Visibility Gap. Our mission is to dissect how the global sanitation sector can actually solve its crisis by, basically stealing the mobile phone industry's market penetration playbook.
Exactly. It's a brilliant concept.
So, okay, let's unpack this. Why are you and I so willing to fund and celebrate digital connectivity while basic sanitation gets completely left behind?
Well, to understand that, we really have to view this through the lens of behavioral economics. The author points to something called the visibility gap.
The visibility gap.
Yeah, so a phone's ring is immediate, right? It acts as a highly visible beacon of success to your neighbors, it connects you to business deals, and, it provides an instant dopamine hit.
Oh, for sure.
But a toilet's benefits, however, are completely silent. They are preventative, invisible, and usually pretty delayed.
Right, so it's the classic immediate versus delayed gratification problem. It is like trying to sell someone a daily vitamin by talking about their long-term cellular health, instead of just selling them a highly addictive video game.
That is a perfect analogy.
Because traditional sanitation marketing treats toilets like a mandatory, boring insurance policy. So if public health isn't the winning selling point, what is?
What's fascinating here is that people don't actually want to buy toilets. They buy dignity.
Wow. Dignity.
Yes. They buy convenience, privacy, safety, and pride. The mobile industry is brilliant at mapping its products to our deepest human aspirations. So the paper argues the sanitation sector has totally misdiagnosed the problem.
So they've been treating this purely as a plumbing issue when fundamentally it's a marketing challenge.
Exactly. You have to sell the pride, not the plumbing.
Sell the pride, not the plumbing. I love that.
Yeah.
But, I'm struggling to see how this works in practice because selling a phone is easy. You just slide a slick little box across a retail counter.
Right. Very simple transaction.
But a toilet requires digging, concrete, and installation labor. How can a decentralized kiosk model possibly manage that level of heavy infrastructure?
Well, by completely rethinking the product architecture, you don't sell a messy, customized construction project. You sell modular, prepackaged sanitation products.
Oh, I see. Like a kit.
Yeah, basically. Toilets need to be available at the right place and at the right price. That means utilizing local private sector actors who actually understand the local logistics.
Getting it out of the clinic, right?
Right. You pull the product out of the boring public health clinic and put it right out in the open marketplace. You make it highly visible and desirable through accessible retail channels.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. Because making a toilet look desirable in a local kiosk is one thing. But a family in a rural village still has to afford it.
Which is the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, we are talking about a significant capital expense here.
But the mobile industry solved this years ago. They didn't just drop expensive technology into emerging markets and demand a stack of upfront cash.
Right, they use microfinancing.
Exactly. They engineered microfinancing architectures. And sanitation needs to do the exact same thing.
But how does that actually translate to physical sanitation? I mean, you can't just shut off a toilet remotely if someone misses a payment. Like you can shut off a SIM card.
Well, it's less about the threat of shutting off access and more about removing the friction of the transaction itself. Sanitation programs need to integrate with the mobile payment systems that these families are already using every single day.
Oh, using the mobile money from the phones they already have.
Yes. Financial institutions must step up and offer pay-as-you-go financing models. And these need to be tailored to the actual cash flow of the consumer.
So if a family's income fluctuates based on, say, agricultural harvest seasons,
then their installment plan for a sanitation upgrade needs to match those specific income cycles. Make it easy for them to pay when they actually have the cash.
So you use the very smartphone they already own to finance the sanitation upgrade they desperately need. That is brilliant. So what does this all mean for the future of development?
Well, If we connect this to the bigger picture, the next chapter of Ethiopia's progress, or really any emerging economy's progress, shouldn't just be measured by the smartphones in people's hands.
It'd have to be more than that.
Right. It must also be measured by the toilets in their homes. It requires a total paradigm shift in how we think about basic infrastructure.
Because we started out picturing you standing there watching that family crowded around a screen.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get the unseen background of that picture. Their health, their dignity, their daily safety, upgraded right alongside their technology.
We just have to stop viewing basic human needs as charity cases and start viewing them as aspirational markets.
Absolutely. And it leaves you with something pretty wild to think about, too. If rebranding a toilet into a coveted lifestyle product and financing it like a smartphone can solve a systemic infrastructure crisis, well, what other critical but boring global challenges out there could be solved right now, simply by changing how they're marketed to our basic human desires?